And good morning, everyone. Welcome to this day, a beautiful day here on this Monday, February 25th. We got some nice sunshine out there, but is there more rain on the way? Well, I'll tell you about that in just a moment. On our show today from Third Mutual, we have Kush Bada here, and we have Beth Scott on from Chick-fil-A. There's some waiting for me right outside there, so looking forward to that. Also from the Wings, the Wings chapter, which is one of the guilds of the Segerson Center for the Arts, and along with them, the Legacy Program, which is part of South Bay Jewelry. So we have Nancy Field here. She is from the Wings, and we have Gina Watson, Gina from South Bay Jewelry there, working together to raise some money for that guild. And we're going to bring you a segment from RadNet as well. Now, as far as meetings today, Third has their Architectural Control and Standards meeting in the boardroom at 9:30, and at 1:30, GRF also in the boardroom will have their Security and Community Access Committee meeting. Then at 1:30 as well, United will have their Governing Documents Review Committee. That'll be in the Sycamore Room. So let's get to the weather. And today and tomorrow are going to be pretty much identical. Mostly sunny skies. We're going to have some high clouds out there, sort of like Montana clouds, where they're just kind of way up in the atmosphere, but overall just some beautiful weather. And the difference is going to come on, now Wednesday probably looking about the same, a little more clouds. On Thursday, there is some rain that is due to come in. Now the way this looks right now, it probably is going to hit this area after midnight on Wednesday. So early Thursday morning. That may change an hour or two either direction. It doesn't look like a lot of rain, but overnight Thursday to maybe about early morning, 7:38, 9 o'clock. Again, that could change a little bit. And then as we make our way to Friday, we'll be partly cloudy, but then there is another system coming in, unfortunately, on the weekend. So that one next week, now Saturday and Sunday, looks like it will be a stronger system. So we'll have more as we get to there. It was nice yesterday, this weekend, to have a rain-free weekend. It was beautiful. I was in shorts all day. I have not done that from morning till night in quite a while, so it was really nice. So let's take a look around the area today, and just beautiful everywhere you go. You can see here everything in the pretty much the 60s, and maybe a little bit lower out of the beaches, but overall very nice. Palm Springs back up to the 70s. Palm Springs hasn't been in the 70s for quite a while, which is unusual for them. Usually this time of the year, sometimes they're in the 80s, so they're well below normal, but they're at 71 today, and Big Bear at 46. So yeah, just a very beautiful, kind of a picturesque day out. Go out and enjoy it, and like I said, there is going to be a little more rain, probably overnight Wednesday into Thursday, and then a system that is coming in over the weekend, next weekend. See you in a moment.
Memorial Carey Saddleback Medical Center, we are a magnet designated facility, which means that we're in the top 8% of hospitals across the nation that are recognized for high quality patient outcomes and nursing excellence. And what that means is that we have nurses that are highly engaged and enthusiastic about their workplace, that we have lower vacancy rates, lower turnover, and high nursing satisfaction scores.
Get out and live your life with the Buzz Around XL travel scooter from Golden. The Buzz Around is fun to drive with a tight indoor turning radius so you can go just about anywhere. It's also so easy to charge and offers all-day range so you can go further. The Buzz Around even has more leg and foot room for all-day driving comfort. Be safe with the XL's ultra-bright LED headlight. Plus, the Buzz Around XL can be easily taken apart into several lightweight pieces. See for yourself just how easy and affordable mobility freedom can be.
When you travel with AAA, you get more than a vacation. You get exclusive AAA member benefits, special offers on unforgettable experiences, and the travel planning knowledge of your own AAA travel agent. When you travel with AAA, you get the vacation of your dreams. To save on a pleasant holidays vacation, visit your local AAA travel agent today.
I choose to make friends out of neighbors.
I choose to start a new chapter.
I choose to live an active lifestyle.
Choose to experience the good life at Villa Valencia. Call or visit us today.
Through my window, I see the first sunlight, and I feel the warm ocean breeze. I see the waves that lulled me all night. That's what my window brings me.
Look at this.
That view is $1 million.
It's amazing we can look at these kinds of places within our budget.
You don't have a bad view from here anywhere you look.
It's all about the view. Sunday night is beach night. Sunday night at 8, only on HGTV.
And I'd like to welcome from Third Mutual today, Kush Bada, and always good to see you. We got a lot to talk about today.
Indeed.
Now, the first thing is Third had a couple vacancies on their board, and when you have vacancies, you folks appoint people.
If it's
midway through,
we do appoint, and it's also not appoint by saying, okay, Ken, I like you, I'm going to put you on as a director, but we do have a kind of a process where they submit their application and we review them, and then it's voted on between the directors.
Yes.
So we do have two new directors now. They are Reza Karimi and Annie McCary. Reza used to be on the VMS board, and now he's moved to the Third, which means that we have an opening on the VMS board. So the process continues.
Yes, yeah, it seems to be that
way. And we ask that people, whoever is interested to be on the VMS board, go to the corporate secretary and get an application and go through the process of being appointed as a VMS.
And they can find out, go to the front desk downstairs and tell them what you want to do. They'll let you get upstairs to the second floor, and you'll get your application.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Annie McCary is a new director. She was in the healthcare industry for almost 30, 40 years. And she was very impressive when we heard her in the interview process. And that's why she got on the board.
All right.
Yeah, congratulations to both of them and welcome. We truly appreciate people taking the time to participate and be with us.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right, now you wanted to talk about all the rain that we've been having, and there's good parts and maybe not so good parts.
The good part is that we needed all this water or rain, and it's making the place look so beautiful, green and lush and all that stuff. And but I want to remind everybody that we are not out of the drought. The El Toro Water District still calls it that we are in a moderate drought, and we still need to follow all those conservation that we were doing of using less water for this or that, not overwater your plants. Right now we don't need any water for the plants anyway. So please continue to do that. That's very important. The not so good part was it did damage to some of our residents' property. And then we also had, we were in the process of our new dryers installation, which got disrupted. And we have some issues with the installs, which we are going through and correcting them. And we are doing this in phases. So the first phase, we've already installed approximately 150 dryers and about 50 or 60 pedestals for the washers. Oh, the new dryers are on pedestals.
Which makes it
higher, so it's easier on the people. They don't have to bend down to move it from the washer and to the dryer. But the washers were not on a pedestal, so it was going to be unequal. So what we did was we put pedestals on the washers too.
Okay.
So now it's both are on the same level.
Well, that'll be a lot.
I know,
a lot
makes it
easier.
a lot easier. As soon as we can get rid of all the kinks and the full install, it should be really good for people.
Okay.
The one other thing I wanted to mention about the dryers was that we had to make a little change. With the way things were working, there was no charge for the dryer. But we noticed that a lot of people are installing their own dryers, washers and dryers in their manors. And we've eliminated the surcharge that we used to charge on the monthly assessments.
Right.
So now we thought maybe, and some people didn't do their laundry over here anyway because they took it to some of the friend's place or somebody else did it for them. So it was more cost effective for everybody to put a quarter in to dry for 20 minutes.
Yes, yeah.
If you need something drier, you put an extra quarter.
Right.
So you do as much or as little instead of paying this big surcharge, even if you didn't use the laundry. So it was better to remove the surcharge and institute a quarter per 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the big idea of starting to charge that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
now the next thing you want to talk about is homeowners insurance for people.
Yeah.
And of course, that's very important. This is their.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, and I think sometimes people forget. They think, okay, I'm in a condo or everything's covered or something like that. Well, that's not true. The only thing that's covered are the outside of the dwelling.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's a little scary sometimes because people mistake their home warranty plan.
That's right.
With the homeowner's insurance.
Yeah.
As you know, the home warranty plan only covers your knickknacks.
Yeah.
Like your washer, dryer, refrigerator, air conditioner.
Yes.
And maybe some sockets and stuff like that. Water heater.
Yeah.
But what happens if there's a flood in the house? The little pipe that connects from the wall to the toilet.
Yeah.
If it breaks, it costs less than $20 to replace it.
Right.
Right? But the damage it does is in thousands.
Yes.
Because the water doesn't damage your place, but it damages your neighbor's place. And then it gets into some form of issue with the neighbor, the association, and water intrusion, and all kinds of stuff. Normally, this kind of insurance costs between $600 and $700 a year.
Right.
Not a month, which is minuscule compared to the $5,000 or $10,000 that you may have to come up with to repair all these things. So please, 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 I suggest that people look at their homeowner's insurance policy, and if they still need help, we have a staff person working here. His name is Dan Yost.
Yeah.
Please give him a call and take some advice and make sure that you have something which is substantial. Use a good company. Don't buy some company that you've never heard about.
Yeah.
If your agent is charging you more than $600 or $700, find another agent.
Right. There's plenty of them out there. All right.
This is a very important thing. It's kind of close to me because in our executive hearings, we hear of people coming with water heater failure, the refrigerator hose breaking, and these are cheap fixes if you don't do it on time.
Yeah.
It's an expensive thing. So please take care of it.
Very good.
Yeah. Sorry, I've been a little more emotional about this item because I hate to see people in the situation where they have to come up.
And it doesn't cost much to get insurance for something like that.
No. And what are we going to talk about now?
Well, the street lighting you wanted to talk about. Oh, wait, let's step back a moment.
Yeah.
You had on your notes here about earthquake insurance.
Yeah, the earthquake insurance can be got with your homeowner's insurance.
Yeah.
And that is almost like an extra $100 on your home.
It's very inexpensive.
And that $600 or $700 which I was talking about includes earthquake insurance.
Yeah.
So why not? It
Right.
is so beneficial because
Yeah, I
we don't
totally
have
agree.
a big shake every year, but when it happens, we will be happy we had it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right. They can get something that includes it.
Yeah.
And I know I did with mine on my house. And when I added it on, it wasn't much. It was like $250 for the year for my house.
It's a full
It's a full house,
yeah, single family
freestanding
home.
house.
Yeah.
And then my insurance agent, who happens to be my neighbor, but he turns around and goes, well, you know what? Because you have that now, you get like a $150 discount on the normal part of your insurance.
Correct.
So the whole thing cost me like $100 more.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, yeah.
One should have homeowners insurance,
Yeah,
period.
I agree.
But earthquake is an option which is offered every 2 years, I think. If
yeah,
you don't take
I'm
it
not
this
sure
year,
how- yeah, yeah.
then next year you won't be able to add it.
Yeah.
But then the following year they will offer it again.
Yeah.
So it's like that. So make sure you have it all.
All right. Now you wanted to talk, give us an update on the street lining, right?
Yes. As we notice, our community was built 50, 60 years ago, and it wasn't designed to have this beautiful, bright lights.
Right.
But technology also changed at the same time. And we have this old archaic system which gives us very little light. So it's almost like walking in candlelight.
Yeah.
Which looks very pretty, but, but it's not functional.
Yeah.
With our aging community and our eyes not really working that well, and in the night it almost feels like you're walking in the forest.
Yeah.
So we were able to procure the lights in our gate 7, 8, 9 area, or 7, 8, 9, 10 area from Edison.
Right, right.
SEE. So we are in the process of evaluating and setting up pilot to see what, and we have hired a really top-notch consultant company called Siemens, which is world famous.
Right, yeah.
To help us make this change from the old lights to the new lights. So they're going to set up a pilot. We will announce it. I'm not sure where they're going to do it, either on one of those big streets, Oswego or Via Carrizo or something. So when that happens, when we are ready and it's determined which section, we will announce it in the Globe and the Breeze.
Okay.
And the people can drive down and see the pilot, I mean the effect of the new light. And then it will be open for conversation. People can suggest or comment. And I'm looking forward to that because I too am getting old.
All right.
And I'm looking forward to some brighter light.
Yes, we could all use brighter light, I think.
Yes.
Very
so
good.
That's the whole idea about this. And if that works out well, then we will move it to the other sections of the village too.
All right.
Yeah.
Very
so
good.
That's the main thing today that we wanted to talk about.
All right. I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you.
Always good to see you.
Always good to see you.
You take care.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. And we'll be right back.
Having great home care is as easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm Lori Renaud with ActiCare Responsive In-Home Care. We can provide the perfect caregiver for you to receive exceptional care in the comfort of your home. Step 1, call to schedule a care consultation. Step 2, meet with a registered nurse in your home. Step 3, start receiving care. Aging doesn't have to be difficult. Call today to get the help you deserve.
Thank you for joining us. Today I have Paul Calacchio, who is here on behalf of RadNet. Paul was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and now he is a survivor. Congratulations.
Thank you, Lisa.
Thank you for being with us.
You're very welcome.
You know, you're very brave to come on and talk about the process, and you know, we've known you for a while, so tell me your story. I mean, what happened?
Well, you know what? About a year ago, I started urinating a lot, and I felt it was a problem. I told my primary care doctor, and he said, well, let's kind of watch it, and we watched it for about 3/4 of the year, and it didn't subside. So earlier this year, he did a rectal exam, and he found a palpable lump on the prostate.
Okay.
So he said, you know what, your PSA is still low, let's watch this. So I was talking to one of the radiologists at RadNet, and who handles the prostate imaging. And he said, you know what, maybe you should ask your doctor for an order to have an MRI. So I asked my doctor, he said, good idea, let's not wait. I had the MRI, and the MRI showed a tumor. It showed a lesion. Okay. So I had a single needle ultrasound guided biopsy, and that showed that it was a cancer. So I went to a urologist, and he did his own set of tests, and he said it is a mildly aggressive cancer, and I opted to just have the whole prostate removed.
Wow.
Because of my family history, Lisa, my dad had it, my uncle had it, I just felt that, you know what, I didn't want to play around. I didn't want to try treatments. I didn't want to keep it in me for a period of time. So I opted to have it removed.
Okay. And now, at what stage was it when they found it?
It was stage 1.
Okay.
Yeah, it was early enough.
Okay.
But if I hadn't had the MRI, I never would have found it because the PSA was so low.
Okay.
So I guess I was symptomatic. I had some symptoms, and I acted on it. And once again, my doctor didn't know unless I told him. So I'm a firm believer in being your own advocate.
Well, right, and you know, November is Men's Health Awareness, and you know, what would you tell other men? I mean, obviously you had a situation, but many don't.
No, a lot of people don't, and I actually believe that you should be your own advocate, Lisa. And I know with men, this is a very delicate subject, and it's very private and personal, but also if you speak about it, it could save your life.
Well, exactly, and you know, you had a team of people to work with, and I know we've interviewed RadNet physicians before. Tell me the experience.
I think I got the best experience at RadNet. I got their knowledge. I got amazing radiologists. They didn't miss a beat. They didn't miss a beat. And if I wasn't working there and I wasn't in tune with my own body, I don't know how far this would have went.
Right.
So I feel very blessed. I feel lucky, but I really wish that other men out there could really say something when they feel something.
Right.
You know, just go to your doctor. It's very private. No one has to know. And if you feel like there's something, then ask for it. Ask for an MRI or ask for an exam. And that saved my life.
Let's talk about the moment when you actually were told that you had prostate cancer.
I was actually at work, and I got the call, and I said, you know what, I don't have time to come in, so can you just give me the results over the phone? So I got them over the phone, and I hung up, and I was late for a meeting, and it was just very surreal. Because I'm 55 years old, I still feel like I'm a kid, and I figured, you know what? How is this? I thought, how is this happening? I've worked in this field for about 14 years now with breast cancer and RadNet imaging, and I see patients and I feel for them, and the work that I do is all to educate and to make people aware, and then now it was me.
Right.
So it was a shock. It was a shock, but you know what? I stayed positive throughout the whole experience.
And you have always been positive. We've been working with you for a while, and so when we found out, you know, our heart just went out to you, but now here you are, an advocate for your own experience, and I think most people should really appreciate that you were able to come on and talk about it.
Yes, yes.
So as you mentioned before, you would make sure everybody else would be an advocate for themselves.
Proactive.
Okay, and proactive.
Yes.
Proactive. And what is your process now?
Well, now today is 4 weeks post-surgery.
All right.
So today's a little milestone for me.
All right.
And then in another 2 weeks, I see the surgeon for follow-up.
Okay.
And that's it. If I have any problems, I'll go see my doctor. Okay. But that has been handled. I don't need chemo or radiation at this time.
All right.
And I will monitor things, and if I feel anything, I will definitely go to the doctor.
Did the surgery affect you in any way? Like, did it prevent you from doing anything for a while?
Well, it's an invasive surgery, but I had it done robotically.
Okay.
So they literally kind of make holes around your belly area, and they go in, so it's not as bad as really cutting like a traditional surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So the recovery was pretty simple.
Okay.
You know, you have to really, you can't lift things, you have to stay calm, no stress.
Right.
And no bending or heavy exercise.
Right.
But other than that, it was really uneventful.
Okay. And so now that it's been 4 weeks,
yes,
are you pretty much regular? Everything's going just fine?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay.
You know, I'm still going through the healing process, and but other than that, I'm back to normal.
Okay. And at what point will you be able to just jump right into everything?
I would say probably within the next couple of weeks, I'll really start feeling a lot better.
Okay.
I think they allow like 6 to 8 weeks post-surgery.
Okay. And then after that, will you have to be tested again? How does that work?
Well, you know what? I will continue having, I believe I'm going to continue having PSAs. I'm not sure. I have to ask about that since I don't have the prostate.
Okay.
But I do, you know, genetics played a very important role in this as well.
Right.
I had genetic testing and I came back with a variant. And what that means is I'm at a higher risk for cancer.
Okay.
So I will pay closer attention now to anything that I feel, and I will make sure that I stay really in great contact with my medical providers.
Right.
And that's it.
Right. Well, but anytime anyone has family members that have that type of cancer, any type of cancer, it would possibly be passed down.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And you know what? And it doesn't mean necessarily that I will get anything.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Right.
But now my older brother also had a variant with his genetic testing.
Okay.
And he doesn't have cancer.
Okay.
So he might not.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Family history.
Yeah. Well, pay close attention to your family history for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Well, we appreciate you coming
Thank
on
you,
and sharing
Lisa.
your story with us. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Continued health to you.
Thank you.
And remember that you all need to make sure that you talk to your doctor and pay close attention to any symptoms that you might feel regarding prostate cancer. Thank you for joining us.
Do you know the difference between the parts of Medicare? Part A, Part B, Part C, and Part D. There are many important facts you need to understand about Medicare to make sure you get the most out of the Medicare plans and benefits that are available to you. My name is Erin Reed, and I'm a licensed Medicare expert, and I would love to help you navigate the complicated Medicare system. Please call me today for a free consultation so we can figure out the plan that is right for you.
Welcome back. Well, with me right now is somebody I think if you've been watching for a while you may know, and that is Bill Crawford, who's the owner of the Laguna Hills Lodge, and then somebody that I'd like to welcome on for the first time, Beth Scott, who is the owner of Chick-fil-A, and of course you folks
are neighbors.
Our neighbors. You sell a driveway, so thank you very much for both of you coming. Thank you. We'll get to your sandwiches in just a moment. Bill, Tell us about the history of Laguna Hills Lodge. It's how many years now? 50 years?
A little over 50 years.
Yeah.
It's kind of a fun connection with Laguna Woods, aka Leisure World. In 1968, 20 retirees from Laguna Woods each invested $5,000, and they built Laguna Hills Lodge. And they did that because when family came to visit, there was no place to stay.
Yeah.
This area was, as you know, orange groves and some bean fields. So families would have to drive to Laguna Beach to find a hotel. So these retirees invested in the lodge, and they picked a site just outside, across the street from Laguna Woods and close to the 5 freeway. And so ever since that time, we've been sort of the spare bedroom for Laguna Woods.
And how long have you had it in your family?
Since 1972. So
okay.
So what happened is, as you might guess, 20 individuals, $5,000 each. After a few years, they don't all agree on how things should work out. So they decided to part ways, and at that time, 72, 4 years later, they offered it for sale, and so my family bought it at that point. So we've owned it ever since. We had Hyatt manage it for a few years, and then after that, we took over ourselves.
Okay, and that happens sometimes with different hotels, and they'll have a third party come in and do something with them, like the Marriott autograph and things like that. But it's good that you folks are doing this, because it's like your family, your home base is here, you know the community well.
Yeah, we really have a connection with the community, and it is a family. We have our personal families, we have our business families, and so actually this year is the 40th anniversary for our housekeeping manager, who has been at the hotel for 40 years. And she met her husband at the lodge, and he's been the maintenance manager for 39 years.
Wow.
So your point is well taken, Katie. It's a family.
And one of the things that you're noted for, besides great service and the rooms, but the gardens there are beautiful.
Thank you, yeah. Oh, my dad gets credit for that. So we have 350 varieties of roses.
Wow.
450 rose bushes around the perimeter of the property. 80 bougainvilleas and clematis. So it's not sterile chain-like at all. It's very family, Mediterranean looking, and it really works well. A lot of our guests come out in April and May, and there are flowers all over the place.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Now, we'll talk about your specials in just a moment. I want to welcome again Beth here, and you and your family have been the owners, the franchise owners of Chick-fil-A since 2015, right?
Yes.
And I was surprised, because we talked about, I remember when it first opened, we did a segment over there with the couple that owned it before you, and they moved back to Texas. And I was surprised it's been there 7 years.
Yeah,
to me, it's, So how did you come across getting into the franchise business?
Sure. Well, I mean, similar to the lodge, we're very family oriented. So you might have heard about Chick-fil-A being family owned, and then each franchise having someone in the local community. And I've owned a business before and just love serving the community and the people. And a good friend of mine owned a Chick-fil-A, so I was in his restaurant slinging fries and really learning about what it took, and just loved every component of it.
Yeah, both of you. You're in the hospitality service business. They are not easy businesses to operate, because you have to stay at a certain level. And we know that, especially now with online opinions and reviews and things like that. It's even harder than it was years ago. So when you get into those two kinds of businesses, to maintain that is really a challenge, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
So easier said than done. So in the hotel business, we look at TripAdvisor as an indicator, and so I use that as a gauge, and read those reviews all the time, pay attention to what the folks say. And we're happy to say that we've won the TripAdvisor Award of Excellence each year for the last 8 years. And 1 out of 10 hotels gets that each year, so we feel really good. And that's why we like Chick-fil-A too, because they're so focused on service and they're a good neighbor.
Right.
We send customers back and forth all the time because we know we can trust them to do a good job.
Yeah, we do really look at it as a people business, not a chicken business.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big part of it, is just the training and that culture that we start with our team.
Right.
So that it emanates out to the guests.
And you folks are open you open at 6?
We open at 6:30 a.m.
6:30,
so we have breakfast, which a lot of people don't even realize.
And you know, it's interesting, when Chick-fil-A first came to the area, which is probably about 12 years ago. You know, you heard about them, but they weren't in Southern California yet. And people heard of them. Boy, they got the breakfast chicken biscuit sandwiches, which around here, at first you're going, what? Which is very common, certainly in the South.
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
around the rest of the country.
Yeah, I have to admit, my favorite is our chicken burrito because I am a West Coast girl.
Yeah.
But we hand make the biscuits, so
Yes, you
if
do.
you haven't tried them, you should. They're really good.
And you also, the chicken that you get in is fresh. You do everything
Correct.
there.
All our produce is fresh. We hand bread our chicken. We hand squeeze the lemonade. So it's the service and that quality, even though we are in the fast food industry, that we want to make sure it's the best quality we can give.
And we also want to mention that you folks are closed on Sundays.
Correct.
Okay.
That is a blessing.
Yeah, so let everyone know that, you know, if you go by in fact, they were talking about that for the Super Bowl at Mercedes Stadium, that the Chick-fil-A there, somebody goes, what do? They just close? And they go, well, someone came on, they go, no, actually what they do for the games that are on Sunday, they transform it to like a pop-up type place, a different thing. But even there, for the Super Bowl,
we were still closed
you
on
were still
Sundays.
closed.
Yes.
All right. You and Holly Lobby.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah. Now, you're not closed on Sundays.
We're open 24/7.
You're open 24/7, and you have a great deal here for the folks.
We do. For Laguna Woods, right now through May 23rd, 35% off, which is really good for our garden rooms. And we only offer the garden rooms to Laguna Woods because that's our upscale room.
Oh, great.
We have 2 types, standard and garden, and all those rooms have been remodeled in the last 2 years. So it's a really nice, attractive offer.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, as far as people coming over there and just walking the gardens, they're welcome to do that, right?
Oh, sure.
Because it is beautiful. I really tell people, you know, go by there and just stroll through there. But you know what? Then you, in your mind, you think, hey, I got some family or friends visiting. This is where they can go. You don't want them staying at your place. You don't want that. But have them stay there and then walk across and have some chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
All right.
And we have a senior beverage that we offer. So this is all the time, Monday through Saturday. So anytime anyone comes in and purchases something, they get a free soda, coffee, or tea.
Okay.
So just to encourage, you know, we want you to come by and check us out.
All right, very good. Have the lemonade though.
Yes,
I mean,
that's true.
Delicious.
Fresh squeezed lemonade.
Yeah, that's the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We have a map here. I think a lot of people know where both of you are at. Now, you're technically on Paseo de Valencia, so you're sort of behind the Laguna Hills City Hall, and of course Chick-fil-A is right there on El Toro Road.
Right.
But I think most people know where you folks are. You've been around quite a while.
We have.
All right. Good to see you. Hope
Nice
to see you again.
Right.
And
Yes,
thank you much.
thank you.
After the show, I'll be diving into those sandwiches.
Please
Okay.
do.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We'll be
Bye-bye.
right back.
Did you know that we are living longer, healthier lives than ever before? And did you know that social interaction, brain stimulation, and exercise improve your quality of life? Did you know the Saddleback College Emeritus Institute offers 200 tuition-free classes to older adults in South Orange County? With over 30-plus locations between Lake Forest and San Clemente, it has never been easier to take advantage of your third act of life. Sign up today.
At family-owned Capistrano Toyota, I've been teaching my staff for years that we always say yes to our customers.
Can you help me get financed? Yes, we can help.
Will you walk my dog?
Yes.
Will you change our baby's diapers?
Yes, of course.
But they may be taking this yes thing a little bit too far. Come and see for yourself that at Capistrano Toyota, we always say yes to our customers.
Hi, I'm Brian Rott, President and CEO of Cartmart here in Laguna Woods. My family's been in the golf cart business since 1959, and we win our customers over with the simple belief of we treat you right. We are proud to be the authorized dealer for Club Car here in Orange County and your go-to source for the sales and service to other major brands. We're conveniently located on El Toro Road, just minutes from Laguna Woods. So come by and see for yourself, while when doing business with Cartmart, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
At Memorial Carey Saddleback Medical Center, we are a magnet designated facility, which means that we're in the top 8% of hospitals across the nation that are recognized for high quality patient outcomes and nursing excellence. And what that means is that we have nurses that are highly engaged and enthusiastic about their workplace, that we have lower vacancy rates, lower turnover, and high nursing satisfaction scores.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Kimber Mood with the Orange County Sheriff's Department. We've seen an increase in phone scams where con artists pretend to be someone they are not, including law enforcement officers. Don't be a victim. Trust your instincts. If a call seems suspicious, it probably is. For example, the Orange County Sheriff's Department will never require payment over the phone. If you receive one of these calls, contact the Orange County Sheriff's Department as soon as possible and visit our website to learn more about scams.
Well, I'd like to welcome back to our program a couple ladies who have been on several times in the past, and I think you know them if you've been watching for a while. And sitting right next to me here is Nancy Field, and Nancy is with From the Wings chapter, one of the guilds that help support the Segerstrom Center for the Arts. Also helping this time around, and someone you know very well, Gina Watson, South Bay Jewelry, and this Legacy program is going to be having a road show. They're working together to raise some funds, and it's just great to have you both on.
Thank you, Ken.
So tell us about, if people have not heard about these guilds that help out the Segerstrom Center.
Right, well, in Orange County we have at least 19 adult chapters of the guilds and 2 chapters that are set up for younger people. And the whole purpose is to help support the Segerstrom Center for the Arts in terms of anything they're doing with the younger people, the children, and introducing them to theater, the arts, music, all the good things that come with the arts.
And this is a way to get local schools involved in getting classes to come and see performances at a discount price or free or whatever it might be,
We
right?
do.
Yeah.
The money we raise goes towards paying for the buses that come into the center.
Yeah.
And we bus in children from different grade levels and put on performances for them at no charge. And that gives them some exposure to theater they might never have otherwise.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, and that center, of course, has grown. It opened, I think, in 1982 or 83. I used to work near there, so I saw it being built. I saw it when they had the, the groundbreaking for it. So it is just a remarkable center. If you folks have not gone up there before, it's beautiful. It's really nice. Now, tell us about South Bay Jewelry and the Legacy Roadshow, how you're helping the Guild out.
Well, we're doing our very first annual roadshow event, and this will be at Clubhouse 7. And what we're doing is we're inviting the public to come in so we can evaluate not just jewelry, but collectibles.
Okay.
And any of the proceeds that we would be purchasing to help the individuals once they're sold will be going towards the to the Guild.
Okay.
And we've been working with the From the Wings for quite a few years. We've done many different events for them and fundraisers. So although we've done a lot of different clubs, my heart is dear to Nancy Field and to the group. And so I'm always there to support. And when we decided to do the road show, I thought it would be a wonderful thing to help benefit my friends there, their purpose, and to help them with their philanthropic endeavor.
So what type of things can people bring in?
Okay, well, what we started with was with jewelry.
Right, yeah.
But as we got more involved with the families and realized that there's all these collectible items that are of value, the families don't know how to sell it or what they're worth. So we would go in and do the appraisal And to their surprise, they would be, we would take the items, put them through our online auctions and online sales.
Okay.
And we have had great success, Ken, in selling these items. So what we're encouraging is for the roadshow is for people to bring in an item. We're going to photograph it there. We're going to get back to them with an evaluation. While they're there, we're also invited several different individuals. One's a trust attorney. He's going to give free evaluations and discussions to any of the individuals. Nice. We're having a concierge service that will be able to provide certain services to our seniors. We have a real estate broker there, so that's going to be providing information if those individuals want to size down, which is the whole purpose of the Legacy program, is sizing down, looking at value, and deciding what to do with your items and having choices.
Yeah. Do you find that it's hard for people to part with things, even if you tell them, wow, this is worth $3,000 you could get for this?
You know, I thought it would be that way, but by the time they come to the Legacy, they're ready and they need assistance.
Yes.
And they're so happy when they actually get that money in their hands, and they realize that the children aren't going to want the items.
Yeah.
They realize that they have to make those decisions and that they have those choices that they can make today. And it's a very wonderful program, and it brings a lot of content.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to be great. And that is going to be happening on March 6th, which is a Wednesday, at Clubhouse 7 from 10 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. So you've got plenty of time. What if somebody wants to get in touch with you about joining the From the Wings chapter?
Well, we will have a membership table there.
Okay.
And someone giving information about our organization. A lot of folks think we're flight attendants from the Wings. And we have to explain to them that the From the Wings chapter means you're standing by the stage at the Wings looking in at the activity.
And as far as being a member and helping out young folks get there, you have events that go to the center yourselves, right?
We do. We have special discount prices for theater.
Yeah.
And back to our fundraising, we do all sorts of activities, bus trips to different places throughout the year, and special events. We had a boutique in December, and that's a big fundraiser for us as well.
Now, Gina, getting back to you for a moment, I'm looking at the list of what the types of things people can bring in. One of them is memorabilia.
Right. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
We have a big Beatles memorabilia right now that we're looking into. A lot of the collectible items which are named glass, porcelains, Franklin mints. We've sold these all over the world.
Wow.
We're talking China and Europe, and it's so much fun to see these going into new homes.
Yeah.
And that they're not going to be just put into a basket and be brought to the Salvation Army. They actually have new homes ready for them.
If someone can't get to this and they want to have, but they have many of these type of things, can they just come over to South Bay Jewelry and make an appointment and do sort of the same thing, get an evaluation?
Right. We're by appointment only.
Okay.
They'll call the Legacy jewelry appraisers and buyers.
Okay.
And they can either contact Nancy Field or myself through South Bay Jewelry.
Okay.
But we would come to the home, which is what we do a lot.
Okay.
You can come to our office by appointment only. Or if you can come to the roadshow and take advantage of all these wonderful other individuals that are going to be there to help, it's all free. There's no charge. It's completely so that you have knowledge. And that's where we start with.
Okay.
And then from there, but anything that you're not sure about, that's our job as a gemologist and as an appraiser for me to go in and help you by evaluating these items.
All right, very good. And again, this program, the Roadshow and helping out the From the Rings chapter, is going to be on Wednesday, March 6th, Clubhouse 7, from 10 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. And bring by some stuff to get appraised, or just come by to have some fun, see what's there, join the chapter, have a great time, and help kids out that want to go and get involved with the arts and how important that is. So very good. It's expensive to go to those. Even if you get in at a reasonable price, the bus system, the buses for the schools and all, a lot of them don't have their own systems anymore. It's costly and everyone has to pay. It's not like when we were kids, you go on a field trip, you didn't pay a nickel, but now there's a cost for everyone. So to help out is really good. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you, Gina, again. And we'll be right back.
If you truly want to make a difference, there's no better way than a career in California water, a dynamic, essential industry at a critical turning point.
Water is absolutely the most crucial thing hitting our Central Valley and our state.
It's work that's so essential that people want to stick with it if they're in it.
It will be life-changing, not only for yourself, but for generations to come.
Through times of drought, aging infrastructure, and a growing population, the water leaders of tomorrow will seek innovative solutions to unprecedented challenges, helping protect California's most vital resource.
We have to broaden our network so that we can bring all the bright minds together to solve a problem that has to be solved.
It's a valuable resource. We need to protect it, and we always need people to do that.
The water business isn't just about delivering water, moving it from point A to point B. A new wave of opportunities are emerging, from working in the field to a water quality lab, shaping policy in a boardroom to customer service and human resources, tackling complex regulations, or leveraging technology for critical improvements in water efficiency and sustainability.
It's not just building pipes and pump stations anymore.
We need engineers, we need those in the hard sciences, we need those in the soft sciences, people that understand law, understand public policy.
You need the accountants, you need the rate setters.
We need all types and all hands on deck.
There's nothing more central to California's future than carrying on the water industry's mission.
It's a tremendous responsibility we have in delivering that water resource that you can't live without.
If you really want to make an impact, then this is where you're going to have the most impact.
In California water, you'll find a vast array of long-term, well-paying careers with numerous opportunities to grow and make your mark, and new initiatives welcoming the next generation.
It makes me feel like I can make a real big difference.
If you think that this industry is a non-changing industry, that's exactly the reason why you have to get involved. That's why you have to come in to affect that change.
It's only going to become more important as years go on, too.
Why not be that person to take the water industry to the next level?
We're going to have to be more innovative, we're going to have to collaborate more, and we'll need a new generation to help us do that.
The impact that your service will bring to public service and to water in general will last for generations to come.
And our movie coming up today, 2 o'clock and at 6 o'clock, is Hope Springs. This is the 2003 version of this movie, and it stars Colin Firth, Minnie Driver, Mary Steenburgen, and Heather Graham. And it's all about a British artist who is holed up in a rundown hotel in small-town Vermont after being dumped by his fiancée. The hotel owner plays matchmaker and introduces him to a local girl. Romance ensues, and the problem is the ex decides that maybe she would like to reunite. So this is a comedy romance, and this will be today at 2 o'clock and at 6 o'clock. Now, our movie coming up on Friday is At Eternity's Gate, and William Dafoe was up for Best Actor for this movie, and it's a look at the life of painter Vincent van Gogh during the time he lived in France. And this really, and I came to find out because I saw an interview with William Dafoe, this really shows his internal struggle and his life beyond just painting. So very introspective movie, and looks to be very good. As I said, he was up for a Best Actor, and this came out last year. So we'll be showing this to you on Friday at 2 o'clock and at 7 o'clock. And just to let you know, looking forward, we have the Best Picture, Green Book, coming up in March 22nd. We also have What Was Up, what became for nominated and won for Best Song. We have A Star Is Born coming up March 11th. So we have a lot of the Academy Award nominees and winners coming to you over the next couple months. What I have for you right now is a beautiful day. Nice, mostly sunny, a little bit of high clouds out there today and tomorrow. Possibly a little bit of rain coming in Thursday, really overnight Wednesday into Thursday. Shouldn't be too much. And then as we look ahead to next weekend, meaning Saturday and Sunday, there is going to be a stronger system that is due to come in. But overall, just some beautiful weather. Go out and enjoy that, because, you know, right now it's the sunshine is something something unusual right now, which is not the case for most years here. But we need that rain, and it's fantastic. All right, we will see you tomorrow, and you take care. On the show tomorrow, we're going to have a guest from Villa Valencia, also Wendy Miller of Remax Real Estate, and a couple guests from the Orange County Wine Fest. Hope they bring in some wine. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.